In the picturesque town of Ravenshade, surrounded by undulating hills and dense forests, Alex reluctantly found himself attending a business conference. The town exuded an old-world charm, but limited accommodations led him to check into the Ravenshade Inn, a once grand hotel now shrouded in whispers of dark secrets. Locals spoke of ghostly apparitions and unsettling happenings, yet Alex, a pragmatic traveler, dismissed these tales as the product of overactive imaginations. As he stepped into the lobby of the Ravenshade Inn, a cold draft swept through the dimly lit space, and the distant drip of a leaky faucet echoed ominously. The worn carpet underfoot seemed to absorb the stories of decades past, and a faded portrait on the wall hinted at the hotel's former grandeur. Alex, handed the key to room 101, observed the uneasy glances exchanged by the hotel staff, but he brushed aside their silent warnings, attributing them to the eccentricities of small-town life. Ascending the creaky staircase to the second floor, Alex couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The narrow corridor, lined with flickering sconces, seemed to close in on him. As he reached his room, the door groaned as it swung open, revealing a space frozen in time. The antique furniture, draped in dusty sheets, spoke of forgotten elegance, and the faded wallpaper whispered tales of bygone eras. Determined to ignore the palpable unease, Alex unpacked in silence. The antique clock on the bedside table ticked away like a distant heartbeat, and the rustle of curtains in the night breeze added an eerie soundtrack to the room. The flickering light of the bedside lamp cast shadows that danced across the walls, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that seeped into his subconscious. As the night deepened, a sudden shuffling outside Alex's door jolted him awake. Hushed whispers echoed in the corridor, and the distinct sound of a key turning in the lock sent a shiver down his spine. Panic surged through him, but he swiftly reached for his phone, fingers trembling as he dialed the local police. In whispered urgency, he relayed his location and the ongoing intrusion. Outside, the intruders, realizing they had been discovered, hastily attempted to flee. The police, responding with commendable speed, cornered the criminals before they could vanish into the shadows. The ensuing investigation revealed a sinister truth. The gang had been orchestrating a reign of terror, preying on unsuspecting hotel guests for months. The once charming town of Ravenshade recoiled in shock as the criminals were unmasked. The Ravenshade Inn, once a haven for weary travelers, stood at the epicenter of the revelation. Alex's vigilance not only safeguarded his own well-being, but also exposed the town's hidden underbelly. News of the incident spread like wildfire, and Alex, now a reluctant hero, became the focal point of the unfolding narrative. The town grappled with its newfound reality, as the once dismissed tales of haunted corridors and whispered secrets were thrust into the harsh light of truth. In the aftermath, the Ravenshade Inn became a symbol of caution for travelers. Alex's night of terror had unraveled the facade of a seemingly innocent town, leaving a profound impact on the collective consciousness of those who had once called it home. The quaint charm of Ravenshade now bore the scars of a hidden darkness, a stark reminder that the line between folklore and reality was thinner than anyone dared to believe. As the sun dawned on Ravenshade, casting long shadows across its cobblestone streets, the town faced a collective reckoning. The Ravenshade Inn, once a backdrop to whispered tales, now stood as a somber reminder that sometimes the most unsettling stories are not confined to the pages of folklore, but unfold behind the worn walls of unsuspecting establishments. In the heart of Washington, D.C., a grand hotel stood as a silent witness to a chilling tale that unfolded in the late 90s, recently brought to light by a Reddit user. The story did not involve ghosts or otherworldly apparitions, but centered around the haunting presence of a man known as Mr. M. His arrival at the hotel was unremarkable, blending into the hustle and bustle of guests checking in and out. Little did anyone know that beneath his facade of congeniality, Mr. M harbored a malevolent secret that would cast a dark shadow over the elegant establishment. As Mr. M settled into the grandest suite the hotel had to offer, the staff found themselves captivated by his seemingly friendly nature. He exchanged pleasantries in the lobby, moving with an air of affability that left no room for suspicion. However, an unsettling mystery began to envelop his extended stay, a mystery that would soon unravel in the most sinister manner imaginable. Days turned into weeks, and the hotel manager could not ignore the ominous aura that clung to Mr. M's luxurious abode. Concerns escalated when staff members revealed that they hadn't been allowed to clean his suite for over a month. A palpable tension gripped the hotel corridors as the manager, guided by an unsettling intuition, decided it was time to unveil the secrets hidden within room 417. The eerie silence that pervaded the hallway as they approached the door seemed to foreshadow the horror awaiting them. Summoned to unlock the door to this cryptic sanctuary, the mother of a Reddit user, a seasoned housekeeper at the hotel, entered the suite with trepidation. An overpowering stench greeted her, an unsettling mix of decay and something far more sinister. The opulent room, now shrouded in shadows, betrayed signs of a debauched party long extinguished. Every step felt like a descent into a nightmare, and as she traced the source of the foul odor to the closet, a knot tightened in her stomach. Bracing herself for the unimaginable, she swung open the door to confront the grotesque reality within. A cardboard box harboring the severed head of a human being. The discovery sent shockwaves through the hotel, transforming it from a haven of luxury into a grotesque crime scene. Urgently summoned, the police commenced a meticulous investigation that peeled back layers of deception. It turned out that Mr. M, the seemingly affable lodger, was a fugitive with a dark past. His reign of terror spanned years, and the hotel room, which once epitomized opulence, had unwittingly served as a macabre theater for his heinous acts. The banality of everyday routines and the trust bestowed upon the hospitality industry had unwittingly allowed a serial killer to elude justice. As the investigation unfolded, the true horror of Mr. M's crimes became apparent. The hotel staff, who had regarded him as just another guest, now grappled with the realization that they had been mere pawns in the diabolical game of a murderer. The guest registry became a log of unwitting accomplices, and the corridors, once traversed with a sense of security, were tainted with the stain of malevolence. The tale of Mr. M serves as a chilling reminder that danger often lurks where we least expect it. Behind the veneer of charm and civility, a predator can hide, exploiting the hospitality of others to further their malevolent agenda. In the aftermath of this horrifying revelation, the hotel, once a symbol of luxury, now bore witness to a collective trauma that would forever haunt the memories of those who crossed paths with Mr. M. As the grandeur of the establishment clashed with the grim reality of its recent past, the corridors whispered a somber warning. True horror can wear a human face, and evil may lurk behind the doors of the most opulent suites. The hotel's reputation, once untarnished, now hung in the balance as the community grappled with the shockwaves of Mr. M's malevolence. The tale of room 417 became a cautionary tale, a narrative that echoed in the minds of hotel staff and guests alike, forever changing the perception of safety within the elegant walls of this once hallowed establishment. In the aftermath, the hotel underwent a profound transformation. Security measures were overhauled, and stringent background checks became the norm for all guests. The haunting memory of Mr. M's presence lingered like a ghost in every corner, a specter that served as a constant reminder of the fragility of safety. The elegant hotel, now marked by a tragic history, struggled to reclaim its former glory. As the news of the gruesome discovery spread, the public's fascination with the enigmatic Mr. M grew. The media delved into his dark past, revealing a trail of victims spanning across different cities and states. The once anonymous lodger became a notorious figure, his name etched into the annals of true crime lore. The tale of room 417, once a hidden secret, now captivated the collective imagination of those intrigued by the macabre. In court, Mr. M faced justice for his heinous crimes. The trial unfolded like a gripping drama, each revelation sending shockwaves through the courtroom. The families of his victims, seeking closure, bore witness to the unraveling of a man who had hidden behind a mask of normalcy. As the verdict was pronounced, a collective sigh of relief echoed through the halls of justice. The malevolent chapter of Mr. M had finally come to an end. The hotel, scared but resilient, attempted to rebuild its reputation. The once luxurious establishment now stood as a symbol of resilience, a testament to the strength of a community grappling with the aftermath of darkness. The corridors that had whispered warnings now echoed with a determination to move forward, to reclaim the elegance that had been tainted by the sins of one man. As time passed, the tale of room 417 became a cautionary legend, passed down through generations. The once elegant hotel, with its scared history, served as a stark reminder that even in the most opulent surroundings, evil could lurk. Guests who checked in would cast wary glances at room 417, their imaginations fueled by the haunting legacy of Mr. M. In the end, the hotel stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It had weathered a storm of horror, emerging on the other side with a renewed commitment to safety and security. The tale of Mr. M, though etched in the hotel's history, became a distant memory as the establishment moved forward, determined to write a new chapter free from the shadows of its chilling past. And so, the elegant hotel in the heart of Washington, D.C., continued to stand tall, its walls echoing not only with the grandeur of luxury, but also with the echoes of a cautionary tale that would forever be etched in the memories of those who dared to step through its doors. The ominous hallway stretched before Linda like a narrow tunnel, its dim lights flickering intermittently. The echoes of her own footsteps seemed to magnify the silence that enveloped the corridor. She walked with trepidation, the rhythmic tapping of her heels creating an eerie symphony against the hushed backdrop. As she approached her hotel room, a chill ran down her spine, and a vague sense of unease settled in the pit of her stomach. Ignoring the unsettling feeling, she swiped her key card and entered the room, hoping to leave behind the unease of the hallway. The plush hotel room exuded an air of luxury, with its tasteful decor and muted color palette. Linda, still grappling with the remnants of her discomfort, tried to dismiss it as mere imagination. Settling into the softness of the king-sized bed, she pushed aside the unease that lingered in her thoughts. Little did she know that the first night's disturbance was but a prelude to a nightmare yet to unfold. The following morning, Linda embarked on her journey through the bustling city, navigating its labyrinthine streets to reach her business meeting. The day's obligations kept her occupied, momentarily pushing the previous night's encounter to the recesses of her mind. As dusk descended upon the city, Linda returned to the hotel, her weariness accompanied by a newfound wariness. Unbeknownst to her, the shadows in the hotel had grown darker in her absence. The knock on the door shattered the semblance of normalcy she had tried to maintain. Fear crawled up her spine as she hesitated before opening the door. And there he stood, the man from the night before, his eyes burning with an unsettling intensity. Panic seized Linda, and before she could react, the intruder forced his way into the room, the air thickening with menace. In the ensuing struggle, Linda fought valiantly, but the assailant's strength proved insurmountable. Overpowered, she found herself sprawled on the floor, consciousness slipping away. When she awoke, disoriented and groggy, she discovered herself bound in the cold embrace of the bathtub. The man, now wielding a knife, reveled in the terror etched across her face. His voice, a sinister whisper, promised her demise. Linda's pleas filled the room as the minutes ticked away, each second pushing her closer to the brink. Just as despair threatened to shroud her entirely, the door swung open, revealing the hotel duty officer. His stern gaze pierced through the tension, and for a moment, time seemed to freeze. The attacker, momentarily startled, turned his attention away from Linda. The duty officer's timely arrival became a beacon of hope in the darkness, and Linda seized the moment to scream for help. The duty officer, a seasoned professional, reacted swiftly, reaching for his radio to summon reinforcements. The room transformed into a battleground, a struggle between survival and malevolence. The backup team stormed in just as it seemed the assailant might overpower the duty officer. The ensuing chaos unfolded in a blur of movement, the clash of bodies and the clatter of the knife hitting the floor. The tide turned, and Linda's tormentor was subdued, handcuffed, and led away by the police. The room, once a theater of terror, now bore witness to the aftermath of a life-altering confrontation. Linda, freed from her restraints, met the eyes of her savior, gratitude and relief shared in the unspoken connection. In the days that followed, the layers of the incident unraveled, revealing a chilling truth. The assailant, a former hotel employee dismissed for misconduct, had nursed a twisted obsession with Linda. The hotel, confronted with the shocking revelation, initiated a comprehensive review of its security protocols. The incident spurred a collective commitment to ensuring the safety of every guest, with increased staff training and the integration of cutting-edge surveillance systems. As Linda faced the arduous process of recovery, the hotel extended a sincere apology and offered support for her physical and emotional well-being. The city, too, rallied around her, emphasizing the need for justice and accountability. The assailant, facing the consequences of his heinous actions, became a symbol of the broader issue of workplace safety and mental health awareness. Linda, emerging from the ordeal stronger than ever, dedicated herself to advocating for enhanced safety measures in the hospitality industry. Her story, once a harrowing nightmare, transformed into a catalyst for positive change. The hotel, once tainted by the actions of one rogue employee, underwent a metamorphosis, emerging as a paragon of resilience and progress. The city, in the wake of the incident, implemented community outreach programs to educate residents and visitors alike on personal safety and vigilance. Linda's journey, though marked by trauma, became an inspiration for many, prompting a wider dialogue on the collective responsibility to ensure the well-being of individuals within shared spaces. As the legal proceedings concluded, Linda found closure in knowing that her ordeal had sparked a transformative ripple. The hotel, now a fortress of security, stood as a testament to the power of resilience in the face of darkness. Linda, a survivor, turned her gaze toward the future, determined to continue her advocacy for a world where every traveler could embark on their journey without the haunting shadows of fear. In the heart of the bustling city, where the ceaseless rhythm of urban life echoed through towering structures, there stood a symbol of affluence, the elegant hotel, an epitome of opulence. Within its lavish confines, Mr. M, a man of prominence and envy, had chosen to make his temporary abode. His presence, like a specter of mystery, cast a spell over the grand establishment. Mr. M was not your average guest. Eccentricity marked his stay as he forbade the hotel cleaners from crossing the threshold into his quarters. His suite became an enigmatic sanctuary, a source of whispers and curiosity among the hotel staff. The allure of secrecy became his greatest indulgence, and the routine of maintaining it became a spectacle for those who served him. But, as fate would have it, the routine took an unexpected twist. A diligent cleaner, armed with the knowledge of an impending financial check, mustered the courage to insist gently on the cleaning of Mr. M's suite. After a moment of reluctant agreement, the usual calmness of the hotel was disrupted, setting in motion a chain of events that would shatter the tranquility of Mr. M's carefully guarded world. Night descended like a velvet curtain, and an unexpected knock echoed through the hushed halls. Ever curious, Mr. M opened the door to face a stranger, claiming to have found his forgotten laptop in the hotel's ground-floor cafe. The tranquility shattered as a concealed machine gun struck him, sending him sprawling to the floor. The room was inundated with armed men, exposing themselves as law enforcement. Bewildered, Mr. M struggled to comprehend the situation as they uncovered a bag of narcotics beneath his bed, an accusation he vehemently denied. Little did he know that a twisted plot was unraveling behind the scenes. The seemingly innocent cleaner who had suggested the room's cleaning was not what he appeared to be. As Mr. M grappled with his detainment, a mysterious call disrupted the oppressive atmosphere of the police cell. The phone was handed to him, and a familiar voice spoke from the other end, the same cleaner who had entered his room. The man revealed a sinister truth. Compromising photos from a hidden camera would be released unless Mr. M confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Desperation took hold of Mr. M, a pawn in a dangerous game of blackmail orchestrated by the one person he had allowed into his personal space. He reluctantly agreed to write a false confession. Days later, the hotel cleaner continued his routine, oblivious to the impending twist of fate. As he diligently went about his chores, two policemen approached, swiftly apprehending him and leading him away in handcuffs. The true hero of the tale emerged from the shadows. Mr. M had outsmarted his manipulator. The moment he heard the cleaner's voice, he instinctively recorded the call, exposing the entire conspiracy. Justice prevailed as the blackmailer was sentenced to a lengthy imprisonment, and all the compromising materials were erased from existence. The hotel, once a stage for deception, returned to its former glory, with Mr. N's story becoming a whispered legend among the guests. It was a tale of resilience, ingenuity, and the unexpected triumph of a man who turned the tables on those who sought to tarnish his reputation. The grandeur of the hotel, now devoid of the shadows that had plagued its corridors, sparkled anew, a testament to the indomitable spirit that resided within its walls. The whispers of intrigue lingered, creating an air of mystery that wrapped around the hotel like a cloak, reminding everyone that even in the lap of luxury, secrets could unravel, and justice would prevail.